Hey, this is G Sowello. I wanted to do a video on taking things personally and perception. Um, there, usually when I go to the supermarket um, to turn in bottles, like we have these big 5-gallon bottles, and we usually have to turn. I stand online at the local store to turn them in. It's usually this lady who's like, every time I go in there, she's always like, seems like she has such an attitude, and I feel like anytime she's at the cash register, the other girls don't give me the problem, but every time I'm there, it's like it always seems like she's personally giving me some kind of dirty looks when I go to turn these bottles in. But the last time I was there, it was a long line, and I kind of was able to see her just like for a longer period of time, and I kind of noticed that it was like maybe that's just her mode. She was giving pretty much everybody some kind of attitude. If they were turning in a money order, it just seemed like she was upset with her job, and it really made me start thinking, well, have I been taking it personally in my perception towards her, that it's something she feels towards me, because the line was long enough that I'm there. I'm just seeing each person. She just has an attitude, and it's like usually the line is either shorter or there's no line, and I go there and she's giving this attitude. But I guess maybe I was taking it a little more personal before. Um, it was another situation where I think it was I think it was one of my sister's graduations, and we were coming out of the school, and it was this lady. We were walking up the block. I was with my whole family. We're walking up the block. This lady is giving like some ill looks, and this is not in my mind. She's like seriously looking at us. She's like looking at my whole family. We're walking up the block. She's looking at my whole family, just giving us some really dirty looks. And I went into my New York mode and was like, what the F is your problem? Like, on some tip towards her. And my grandma was like, hey, like, she, that lady has like, mental problems. She was like, nah, she's always out here. That's what she does. She just like kind of walks back and forth and grills people and, and all those kind of things. It kind of made me feel a little bad because I'm like, I kind of went off on her a little bit, having a reaction like that because I'm with my family, and I guess was having a sensitive reaction to that. But I say this just because sometimes when we can have the perception of thinking that it's something that is personal, when it could be something that is more like someone else's problem, someone else's issue. So even if it is personal, it really shouldn't matter that it gets into your energy field. It really shouldn't matter that it gets into your way, or upset your day, or even have you reacting in some kind of way. I think one of the greatest things I ever heard someone say is that when someone's being hateful, you laugh at them. It sounds just like the perfect reaction. I think a lot of times we really do break down people with something a little more positive, and what better way than to have that reaction of laughter. Laughter is so healing and uplifting, and it's like there's many angel books that say laughter is actually the sound of you calling angels, for their assistance. So I just wanted to do that short one just to say, keep your perception positive, keep your perception in the right place, and don't let people throw you off. And sometimes if you're experiencing something or thinking that someone is sending you some negative energy or being on a tip towards you, it may not personally be thrown towards you or personally towards you. It just may be that that's them, their issue, their problem, and something that they're dealing with. So peace and love, and stay up. Ashe.